race is getting rough, but I just won't give up. The competition's getting really tough. I'm gonna hop in, cause I'm not stopping. No matter how I know the game's inside. I always race to win, keep running to the end. I'm gonna move and stay one step ahead. So that you want me go the only way I know. Because you know I always race, always race, always race to win.
Here we go!
What up, my peeps? Lara Gaming over here, and today I'm going to give you guys a Pokemon X and Y update. So if you haven't actually noticed, today, September 4th, we had a Pokemon Direct that aired on the official Nintendo website. You know, all that. We got a couple of news coming from the Pokemon Direct, a couple of interesting news, and probably a news section that probably is making a lot of fans happy. But why don't we get started with this update? Alright, so our first piece of update is that Masuda-san, he announced Pokemon Bank and Poke Transporter. Pretty much Pokemon Bank, it's when you store Pokemon on the internet. It's pretty much like a cloud storage, like for example from Apple, like you have iCloud. So here, the cloud thing called in Pokemon X and Y is Pokemon Bank. It's an annual service. Like you have to pay every year. At least it's a year, guys. But I'm just hoping the Pokemon Bank annual fee is like cheap because I'm probably one of those people that don't really like that move of an annual fee. But if it's going to be annual fee, it will be, and I'm just hoping it will be cheap, like maybe 99 cents, $1, $1.99, you know, all that. I'm hoping it's cheap, guys. Let's just say that. I'm hoping it's not like $10 because that would be a rip-off. I'm not gonna do if it's $10. So pretty much how Pokemon Bank works is that you have your Pokemon X and Y Pokemon, and if you want to deposit them in Pokemon Bank, you have to connect to the internet, and you have to then there you go, put your Pokemon in there. And you know what the best thing about Pokemon Bank is? You can store as much Pokemon as you want until it's up to 3,000 Pokemon. So 100 box Pokemon. There's 100 boxes in Pokemon Bank. 3,000 Pokemon in all that you can store in Pokemon Bank. That's pretty large number, and I actually kind of like that. I think that will be a useful thing for people probably like me that catches a lot of Pokemon but then just stores them somewhere. I mean, you can use the storage boxes in the actual game, but then you got Pokemon Bank, which is pretty much like a larger storage connected to the internet. You can also use search options to tighten your searches a bit if you want to look for one certain Pokemon or a couple of certain Pokemon, you know, all that. So there's also another add-on application called Poke Transporter in Pokemon Bank. Pretty much, if you want to take Pokemon out from Pokemon Black and White and Pokemon Black and White 2, you can connect them to the internet, put them into Pokemon Bank, and then withdraw them from Pokemon X and Y. So how I'm thinking how this will work is that we are gonna have to go to the app of Poke Transporter, and then you use the Black and White and Black and White 2 there. You know, putting them into Pokemon Bank and stuff. And here's some of the parts where a lot of people loved this direct. It's confirmed from the Pokemon Direct that it's not Professor Sycamore that gives you the starter Pokemon, but it's your friend. And when you actually receive a Pokemon from the Professor, you'll be able to choose from Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, the first 3 starters from Pokemon Red and Blue or from the Kanto region. And then, once you evolve them from Ivysaur, Charmeleon, and Wartortle to Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard, you can use You can use the Mega Ring that's on the trainer's hand that he's wearing, as well as the Mega Stone that's with the Pokemon. You can use that, and then they pretty much connect into one, and then there you go. And then the Pokemon goes into a Mega form. That's pretty much how it goes there. Speaking of Kanto starters, they finally announced Mega Evolutions for Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. As you can see, there's the artwork right there. They actually look pretty cool. There's a lot of favorites of Mega Charizard and Mega Blastoise. No love for Venusaur. But you know, the Mega Evolutions for these three are really cool. They kind of resemble a lot stronger type of Pokemon, you know, because usually the Mega Evolution Pokemon, they usually, you know, go stronger and more focused and stronger, you know, all that. So yeah. Also, a quick stat line on the Mega Evolution Kanto starters, you know, Mega Venusaur, Mega Charizard, and Mega Blastoise. Mega Venusaur, same thing. His height and weight are obviously up a notch. And his ability is Thick Fat now with the Mega Evolution. For Mega Charizard, he is, a lot of people thought that he would be Fire and Dragon, but no, he is still Fire and Flying. But his new ability is called Drought. His height is the same, but the weight is up a little bit. And Mega Blastoise, he's same thing, all water. However, his new ability is Mega Launcher. His height is the same, and his weight is up a little bit. Here's actually a trailer that was uploaded to YouTube by the official Pokemon channel, so here it is. And also, at the end of the Direct, the very end, Iwata announces the 3DS XL, two 3DS XL Pokemon X and Y Special Edition systems. Just please note that the game itself of Pokemon X and Y is not in this special edition of Pokemon of Yveltal and Xerneas 3DS XL special editions. Just saying that they are not in this. It's just the 3DS XL. There's everything in the box, you know, all that. It just has the Yveltal and Xerneas, you know, all that. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, also, Pokemon X and Y 3DS XLs will be releasing on the 27th of September for North America and Europe. Please note that the Pokemon X and Y game itself is not in this box of this kind of 3DS XL. It's just the 3DS XL with Xerneas and Yveltal, so you know, no, there is no Pokemon X and Y game in there. It's just the system itself and its design. So you know, just a quick clarification there. So yeah, it's actually 7 days after the Wii U bundle of The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD comes out, September 20th. And, you know, Alright, also before we end off this video, I would just like to say my thoughts on the whole Pokemon Direct itself, whole news and stuff. Today's Pokemon Direct was pretty decent. We got some news, but there was some news that I was actually kind of expecting, like the evolutions of the starters, the Kalos starters, and we didn't get any news about that, and wow, I was like kind of questionable there, because like Pokemon X and Y is almost coming out in almost over a month now, and we didn't get any evolution starters information in this direct, which is pretty surprising. The Pokemon Bank thing, I'm 50-50 on that. I'm just hoping that the annual fee is cheap, like 99 cents or something, because if it's 99 cents, I'll take that. Poke Transfer is pretty cool. Both Pokemon Bank and Poke Transfer is pretty cool. It's pretty reliable. So yeah. Then you got this new trailer of Pokemon X and Y. It pretty much just gives you more of an in-depth look of the Mega Evolutions. Since we now know that you can use the bracelet that your trainer uses to connect with the Mega Stone with the Pokemon, which the Pokemon uses, and then there you go. With the Mega Evolutions of Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise, they're pretty cool. I like the design, so I really like that too. And the 3DS bundle, like the 3DS XL special editions of Xerneas and Yveltal, they're pretty cool too. So yeah, it's pretty much my thoughts there, because you know. So I kind of like, I really like this direct today. There was not that much news, like from what I thought there would be. Like, I thought there would be some more information about the storyline, team that we're going to go against and maybe some starter evolution news, maybe something else surprising, but you know, that was pretty much it. So yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts. So yeah, so guys, that's pretty much all the news that we have of Pokemon X and Y today. Pretty much just a roundup that Masuda-san announced Pokemon Bank, as well as Pokemon Poke Transporter. Mega Evolutions for Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard have been confirmed. The two special 3DS XLs of Xerneas and Yveltal of Red and Blue, of the colors of Red and Blue, are going to launch on September 27th. And that's pretty much it. As well as the Mega Ring and the Stone with the Pokemon that they can trigger the Mega Evolution. So you know. So guys, that is just pretty much it for this Pokemon X and Y news update. Thank you all for watching, and I want you guys to sound off in the comments down below what you guys think about this direct. Please remember to give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Please remember to comment down below. Sound off in the comments down below. I really want to hear your thoughts on this whole Pokemon Direct, your opinions on Pokemon Bank, Poke Transporter, you know, all that. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.